mentally ill Canadian teenager incarcerated in the US be brought back to Canada?
My son Abdulrahman El Bahnasawy, unfortunately, he's suffering now under a harsh, inhuman prison in US.
We talked to his parents about their campaign, Bring Abdul Home. Assalamu alaikum and good evening. This is Muslim News Canada on Muslim Network TV. I am Catherine Bullock. To learn more, we are joined by Dr. Khadija Matwali and Brother Osama El Bahnasawy. Assalamu alaikum and welcome to the show.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you so much.
Kathy, thank you for hosting us.
It's our pleasure. I know this is hard for you as the parents of a child going through this ordeal. Help the viewers understand. Dr. Khadija, tell us what it's like for your son in jail right now.
Thank you so much, Dr. Kathy, for hosting us in that very important channel for everyone, Canadian or Muslims. And the human rights story of my son is very important for everyone. And to protect our son is about to protect all our kids and our kids' future. My son Abdulrahman El Bahnasawy, unfortunately, he's suffering now under a harsh, inhuman prison in US. And he's serving as a mentally ill to serving 40 years in US prison in this very inhuman, harsh environment is really very hard, and we really don't know if he can survive this.
Brother Osama, tell us, your wife is using the word inhumane. Can you just explain that? Like, what's inhumane about it?
Yeah, so Abdulrahman, he has a bipolar disorder since his childhood. So the medication is very important to us, as those bipolar disorder have two sides, either mania or depression. So, and he should take two medicine, one to make him happy and one to make him comfortable with sleep, because those bipolar, they cannot sleep at night at all. So Abdulrahman is not taking that medication. So the depression is so high for him, plus the solitary confinement. So he's in shoe all the time, 24/7 without any medication. So this cannot lead him to suicide. And he tried to suicide 4 times before.
I'm very sorry to hear that. I'm very, very sorry to hear that. Dr. Khadija, tell us what it was like trying to raise a son with this bipolar disorder.
It's unfortunately, while he's in solitary confinement most of the time in US prison, that led to a damage in his brain. He started to hear voices which are not there. He started to have a lot of hallucinations, and unfortunately this ended up with the punishment from the prison, because he's not US citizen, so he doesn't have the proper medication as it should be given to him.
So let me clarify that. Let me clarify. Because he's not a US citizen, he's not allowed to get medication, Brother Osama?
He's not allowed to get the proper medication as the US citizen, or to be in the mentally health centers as the other US citizens.
Yeah,
and this is in the official papers in the court. And
Brother Osama, let's hear your point of view.
Yeah, so during the court, Sister Dr. Kathy, our lawyers and the psychiatrist appointed it to the judge that Abdulrahman is not a US citizen, so he is not eligible to go to a mental health facility attached to the prison. Because so this is why Canada is more suitable for him, because Canadian prison is more advanced and he can get the proper medication.
That is inhumane, not giving somebody meds that they need. I want to ask you one more question, and then we'll talk about your campaign. Why is he in solitary confinement so often, Dr. Khadija?
We have a court recommendations that Abdulrahman at least be on the minimum of a mental health facility, but unfortunately they moved Abdulrahman from prison to another, which are not mentally health care prison. And that led to Abdulrahman to attempted suicide many times. And they put him in a solitary confinement. Adding to the tortures happened to Abdulrahman, to put him in cages, like cold cages, torture for him for his hallucination or uncontrolled actions. And that ended up to be in ADX, the worst prison in the world. The prisoners cut off from the other world, and they are alone, like solitary confinement for 24/7. And
Which is a form of
this
torture.
is written, and it's condemned internationally.
Yes, human beings need social interaction. So I think we have a clearer idea about why you've initiated this Bring Abdul Home campaign. Brother Osama, tell us when you launched the campaign and how it's going.
Yeah, actually, we got a support from the imams, the imams, and also from the NCCM. And we actually the NCCM hosted up during the RIS 2022, and they speak about Abdulrahman case in the stage, and we are doing very well. We have a card which we ask the public to sign to the Canadian government to bring Abdul home. And we have a video channel, we have a petition which people can sign called Bring Abdul Home. We have a website called Bring Abdul Home, so everyone can visit those and they can help us. We really appreciate if people can help us in this campaign.
Dr. Khadija, do you get anyone saying, well, he was convicted of a terror plot, I don't think he should come home?
I'm sorry, can you repeat the question, Dr. Katie?
When you make an appeal to listeners or community members to say, please, our son is suffering in the prison, please bring him back to Canada, does anyone say, well, he was part of a terror plot, we shouldn't bring him back? Are you getting that kind of response?
We didn't get the response that should be for this very human right case like Abdulrahman. We're still waiting. We even submitted a complaint to the National Security Review Agency about what had happened from the RCMP and the FBI. They knew about the mental illness of Abdulrahman. Nobody warned us or helped us. So we are waiting, Dr. Katie, and we use all the facility. Many media talk about Abdulrahman's story, and all what we do now is waiting, giving the cause, giving the signatures. We have a campaign of like more than 10,000 signatures from the US and Canadian citizens. Mm-hmm. And we are waiting, Dr. Katie. We ask all the MPs, Trudeau, our Prime Minister, please intervene before it's too late for this mentally ill son to lose his life.
And Brother Osama, what's the Prime Minister telling you, or the agencies that you've contacted? What are you hearing back?
Actually, we didn't hear back from them. We have a petition which is signed by 11,000 people. We contacted our MPs here in the area, and they said we are doing our best to bring him back, but they are very slow. The process is very slow, so we need to accelerate that.
And we're out of time, I'm afraid. This is a heart-wrenching story. If someone wants to sign the petition, where will they go to do that, Dr. Khadija?
I ask everyone, every member in the parliament is not only our Prime Minister, but our Prime Minister is the head of everyone. But I please everyone to intervene, to help us, to help this Canadian citizen who has a mentally ill, who's in a solitary confinement for 24/7 in US without any proper medication. Can you please help us before it's too late?
We have a website called bringabdulhome.ca, and we have a petition called Bring Abdul Home. We have a YouTube channel, we have a Facebook account. All of those are mentioned under Bring Abdul Home. We have a Twitter account, so anyone can go, he can sign the petition, he can communicate with us if he needs to help. And we argue people to contact their MPs and speak about Abdulrahman case.
Well, we're out of time. We pray for Abdulrahman's safety and that he comes back home to safety, and that people support you. And thank you for joining us today.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you for watching. If you like what we do, please share, like, and subscribe. Stay safe, and God bless.